We're at Madison Square Garden for the announcement of the WBO championship fight with Manny Pacquiao, who will be facing Joshua Clottey on March 13th. It'll take place at Cowboys Stadium in Texas. Unfortunately, it will not be Floyd Mayweather he will be facing. It will be Joshua Clottey. As we say, the show must go on, so let's go inside for the press conference.
I'm Ryan Sangalia with Boxing Digest magazine, helping out Kristal Hart show with Joshua Clottey, speaking about his upcoming fight with Manny Pacquiao.
That got nothing to do with me. If Pacquiao knocking me or out or not, I don't even know how loses. So if Pacquiao beat me down, I realize that this is the first time I've lost a fight.
How about your prediction?
I'm not predicting nothing. No.
Are you concerned at all if the fight goes to the scorecards?
Well, you see, I always like that, I don't want to put knockout into my head. I'm fighting with the most exciting fighter and the best fighter out there. I don't have to think that I'm going to knock Pacquiao. That's no good for boxers. Thinking that you're going to knock your opponent out. It will surprise you by little bit punches. And by the time you realize, you lose. But you see, if I won, like my fight with Cotto, my fight with Margarita, I know I injured my hand. I lost because they injured the hand. I can't even continue. But with my fight with Cotto, I know I never lost. That's what I think. I never lost that fight at all because I landed more punches and the punches that he threw, I'm blocking them all out. But whatever they did to me, it's okay by me. Now I'm moving up. So if I know I beat you, I beat you. If I know I lose, I know I lose. I never think that I lost a fight to any of those guys.
Is this a desperate situation for you? Are you fighting to remain among the elite welterweights in the world? Because you had those very competitive fights, but at some point, it's not going to be enough to say that, all right, you were close to the fight, you have to dominate a guy. Do you feel that you have to really put in a dominant performance to remain one of the top welterweights?
Yeah, what you say, I understand. I'm from far away from Africa. I just came here to search for greener pasture, which is boxing. So you see, there are certain things, if it happens to me, I take it consideration by, that is how it is. Because I'm not from America. Everybody here don't know where I come from. I come from Ghana. I'm not from here. I don't have a base here. I base in Bronx, but the people don't follow me to the game. So anything can happen. They can rob me as many as they want. If the people recognize me as the best fighter, I love it.
Do you think it will be tougher to get a decision over Pacquiao than it was to get Cotto in the Garden?
Well, see, that's like I said, if I won a fight, I know I won a fight. But this one is going to be a different, because one thing I know for sure that I know how to handle a southpaw good. I can handle a southpaw fighter so good and so easy. So let's see Pacquiao. He's faster, he's a good fighter. Let's see if I can handle him easy.
You have good boxing skills, and I think that's what a lot of people say is your biggest advantage in this fight. Pacquiao's had problems with boxers, even when he fought Cotto. When Cotto took a step back, used his jab a little bit, he offset a lot of Pacquiao's rhythm. If plan A, to be aggressive, doesn't work, is that something you're going to fall back on, you believe?
Yeah, you see, about the jab, I have a stiff jab. You see, I can jab stiff. That's a jab one, but stiff. So I think I'll jab him a lot. Just, what I want to do is that Pacquiao will come first and he won't come to me. He will stay off and he will see what I can do. So this is what I'll do. I'll stay in front of him with my stiff jab, my tight guides up, looking at him, jabbing. He's going to get hit up while the runs is traveling.
Can you comment on the fallout of the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight? Do you have any thoughts on Mayweather's allegations that Pacquiao had used steroids?
Well, you see, that thing, the way Pacquiao is beating the guys, you see, anybody can just say something because it's unbelievable. By beating Oscar down like that, beating Ricky, beating Cotto down, especially a Cotto fight. Mayweather started thinking that maybe there's something going on because the way Pacquiao beat Cotto. But you see, one thing Mayweather you have to think is that Pacquiao let the guys drain themselves. He make them make the weight that is not their weight. You see, so when they do that, they already lose. You see, so that's why he beat them up. I think so. But about Mayweather saying that Pacquiao is doing that thing that he's saying, I don't know about that, and I can't say nothing about that, whether it's using it or not, and I don't want to talk about it. But if Pacquiao use those things, that means he's a bad person. Because why do you have to use something that is not legal? You see, so that one I can't talk much about that. But to me, from the way I analyze the thing, I think that he let the guys dream themselves, and they don't respect his power. That's why he surprised them. So, but if I fought him, you see, the 13th, if something happened, maybe if he beat me up down, you see, maybe I'll have something to tell you people.
But in your opinion, was that an out that Mayweather used? In your opinion, was that an excuse that Mayweather used to cut the fight off?
Well, you know, right now, the only thing I can say about Mayweather is Mayweather used to be a hungry fighter that want to fight the best and be the best, and he always beat them. But you see, to be frank, to me, I think that now Mayweather is a little bit squeezing himself from the game, because I think he thinks he has achieved all the things, you see. And you know, the game is hard, because it gets to a point, you're going to fight the guys that they want to fight you. That's why maybe Mayweather don't want to come into heat or fight the guys or this. But Mayweather is the best. And I always see Mayweather that he can beat the guys. Some of the guys, because like Mayweather and Margarita. I was thinking that Mayweather is going to beat Margarita easy. But he don't want to fight. Maybe he knows the reason why.
Josh, there's a perception that you tend to fade late in fights. And what are you going to do either in training to kind of, you know, to overcome that perception that of your lack of stamina?
Yeah, I'll get no stamina thing. You see, by what you saying, I think the first time I will choose a conditional trainer, first time. But I think I train to extend that I don't need a conditional trainer. To be frank with you, I run a lot. You see, 1, 2. If I have a fight, I don't rest with training. I train a lot. You see, so it's not about the condition. But let me tell you the problem. The problem is I've been in welterweight for 16 good years. You see, 16 good years. And if you look at me from my head to toe, my legs, my body, all is big. So sometimes I have to train hard to make the weight. You see, so sometimes when you stay in one way too long, your knockout ratios always come down.
So you're saying you're kind of too stocky for the welterweight division, too much muscle that that fatigues you too easily.
Yeah, I think I train too much. I train a lot for welterweight division because I want to fight with the guys because that's where the guys are. But it's not like I lack stamina or something like no.
Okay. Are you the next guy in the line of Pacquiao opponents that is going to be drained then?
Oh, is there?
Are you the next in line of Pacquiao's opponents that are going to be drained, you feel? Like, because you said that you have to train a lot to get down in weight, because you're more natural 154, you believe.
Yeah.
You think that, you know, just as you said that Pacquiao fights a lot of guys that are drained, you think that that's maybe why they pick you?
I'm natural. I'm natural. If I make 147, I feel comfortable. If I'm making 154, I don't think I'll train hard. But if I'm making 147, I train hard. So I'm okay with 147. Not like you tell me make 145. That one I can't do it. But it's 147 and I'm okay with that.
This fight is 147, not 145?
No, it's 147, nothing else.